All right, it's 2025. It's a new year, which means we're going to have a whole new slate of horror releases. And so today I thought I'd go over 5 of the movies that I'm anticipating most in the horror genre. Starting with number 5, which is going to be this upcoming movie Screamboat, which is coming out at the end of this month. This is a Steamboat Willie horror movie where basically the Steamboat Willie cartoon has gone into public domain, which means that now Mickey Mouse is fair game for people to violate in whatever way they feel like doing. And so, right on cue, we've gotten a whole slate of people who are trying to take advantage of this. We already had that one movie called The Mousetrap, which I've heard is like just absolute dog shit. I've heard just the worst things about that one. But I think there's reason to think that this Screamboat movie is going to be a lot better than that. First of all, we have David Howard Thornton of Terrifier, who is going to this time be putting on the Mickey Mouse makeup instead of the Art the Clown makeup, and I suppose going about and murdering people. In terms of quality, I have honestly not the highest hopes for this one, but I have a feeling it's even if it's bad, it's gonna at least be fun, and I'm curious to see how it's gonna go. So that's one of my more highly anticipated releases. At number 4 is The Monkey. This is an upcoming Osgood Perkins film. Osgood Perkins, of course, being the guy who did Longlegs last year and who did like The Black Coat's Daughter and whatnot. So far, I have not been like over the moon for anything that Osgood Perkins has done, but the trailer for this movie looks pretty insane. It looks like it's going to be a pretty wacky time. And also, apparently, this is a Stephen King adaptation. I don't know what from Stephen King it's adapting. Maybe he's got like a short story called The Monkey or something. I'm not super familiar with King's oeuvre, but this will be interesting. I'm definitely curious to see where this goes. I said back when I did my 31 on 31 video that I don't think we've seen Osgood Perkins' masterpiece, and who knows, this could be it. So definitely anticipating this one. Third is this upcoming 28 Years Later movie. This is, of course, the third sequel in Danny Boyle's 28 Days Later trilogy now, and I'm very curious to see what he does. I thought the original 28 Days Later was pretty solid, if greatly overrated, and so far I have not seen 28 Weeks Later, so I'm gonna have to see that in the lead up to this movie, of course. But I do think Danny Boyle is an artist, and so I have high hopes for what he can do with this third movie. Definitely highly anticipating it. At number 2 is a movie that we're probably not going to be seeing for a while. It's probably going to be late this year. But this is Guillermo del Toro's upcoming Frankenstein movie, which I know nothing about. There's basically no information that's been released besides that it's happening. But I'm sorry, you tell me Del Toro is doing a Frankenstein movie, and like I'm immediately interested. I'm definitely going to be there. I, again, have no even idea of how to gauge what the quality is going to be because there's no trailer, there's nothing besides that it's in production. But I'm definitely excited for this one. It's probably going to be pretty cool. But at number 1, the one that I am currently anticipating the highest is actually this upcoming movie called Death of a Unicorn, which is going to be an A24 unicorn horror comedy, which sounds absolutely wacky and like right up my alley. This is going to be totally something that is just my vibe. It's, I guess, going to have Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega. I saw a bit of the trailer and it looked pretty interesting. I just generally try to stay away from trailers though, so I don't really know that much about it besides like the plot being, you know, some people hit a unicorn with their car and then it causes this whole like series of horror comedy events, I guess. I legitimately think this could be a return to the glory days of A24 horror. This decade has not really been as good as the 2010s with just the level of, elevated horror films that A24 is putting out. But I think this one could be a return to form. I think this could be up there with like The Witch and X and whatnot as being one of the best. That's where my predictions are at. I'm definitely highly anticipating this one of my most highly anticipated releases of the year because it just looks so interesting. And yeah, those are 5 movies that I'm really looking forward to this year that I'm gonna see. But go ahead and tell me in the comments what movies you guys are anticipating, what movies look interesting to you. And with that said, I will see you in the next review.